you remind me, Hanukkah, you remind me that in order for you to watch the past videos, I need to load them. So that's good. That's been on my list. I'll do it, I promise. And I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. And today's agenda is so I know we didn't finish URLs, but I feel like we made really, really good progress on a lot of the URLs. And I
Mhm.
promise we'll get back to those, but the other two that were remaining were like unique use cases of like add everything to my cart or whatever. So we can get back to that. But super timely to talk about getting the catalog shared with those we love. So this is a little text heavy, but I'm just gonna talk through it and you can just interrupt me as we go along and ask any questions or share any experience. So for the annual catalog, sharing it with those we love. How do we do that? How do we keep it manageable? How do we get it shared? How do we have policies about it? What are the tactical steps? Um, Annual catalog is once a year. April/May is when it starts getting into the hands of our customers. And so the first thing that I wrote down was, how do you order it? I know you guys know how to do this, but I'm actually intending to run this training every year just as a reminder to all of us, or if there's anyone new, or it could just be a checklist in the future, or you can share it with your teams as time comes. So how to order. Well, there's two ways. You either order a box and send them yourself, hand them out yourself, or you use the mailing selector. And amongst us, I know Konica uses the mailing selector. I send them myself. Melody, I'm hearing you're going to send yours yourself. Lynn, I think you hand yours out yourself too,
I
right?
do a little bit of both.
Good. Awesome. All right. Well, perfect then. So I wrote down some pros and cons. I'll take notes if there's any more that you can think of. But sending it yourself, you definitely have more control. It's usually faster when you order it and get the box and send it yourself. The hardest part, and I'm guilty, is to remember to put it on your pre-order. I did my ginormous pre-order and I forgot to order catalogs. So I'll be
No,
placing another
mine
order.
came already.
You
I
got
have,
yours already?
yeah, I got a whole box. I got 8.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you're going to give one to Lee, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll give one to
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah. I just saw her yesterday and didn't even think about it. Boy, am I an
Okay.
idiot. Yeah.
Well, you'll see her
I'll
again.
get one to her.
You're not an idiot. You'll see her again. All right. Um, I don't know the difference in expenses, so I'm not even going to speak to that. I don't know. You can send a letter and extra goodies when you send something yourself, so that is the good part. However, if you use mailing selector, you can also follow it up with a letter and extra goodies. I'm going to share what some of those goodies are today. You can probably track it with the postal service depending on how you send it. So if you want to
Mhm.
see where it is, important for follow-up, which we're going to talk about. You could possibly go in on a box with someone local if you each wanted to share, if you had a local demo or a local friend. Um, if you have local people to you, you can deliver or hand them out in person for sure, then that's going to be cheaper. If you
Mhm.
send via Stampin' Up, it's kind of nice. There's set due dates for when you buy it, so you got to make sure you do it within that due date. Um, there are a lot of anecdotes of people not receiving them before the catalog. So, like, it might be May 3rd and people don't have their catalog yet. So, there are anecdotes. I'm just going to be honest about that. But the great thing about this is you can delegate it and move on. I've had my own where it's May 3rd and they haven't gotten it from me because I haven't sent it out. So at least with Stampin' Up, you know it's on its way. Like, you know, you can trust that they're going to get it eventually. So that's about how to order it, how to get it in your hands. I didn't add how do you brand it? And I don't have those notes here. How many people have stickers with their name and the Stampin' Up logo and their address? No?
Mm-mm.
No, no. How many
No.
people are interested in being able to get labels that have your name? Yeah. All right. Let me
Yeah.
look that up for you guys. It's time for me to reorder as well. Stampin' Up orders them, or you can use like Vistaprint. So let me make a note of labels. Highly recommended. Highly, highly, highly. You can put them on flyers. You can put them on your return address. You can put them on a new catalog letter. You can put them on catalogs as you hand them out. highly, 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 highly recommend. So that's the catalog when you get it. Now, who do you send it to? And some of this is going to be a repeat, but that's fine. Um, Here's my policy. I have a policy that I send to people who've purchased $50 or more from me in the last year. Now, for me, because I sell kits also, it could be $50 in kits. It could be $50 in buy one, get one. It could be $50 in products from my store. If they have shown an interest in purchasing from me and they're not a demonstrator, I will send them a catalog. Um, I will also open up the invitation to people who haven't purchased from me if they want a catalog. And then I have a PayPal button. They can pay me $10. Honestly, there's PayPal fees with every transaction. So I already, now I'm down to like $9.50 or whatever. And then there's the shipping cost, and then there's the catalog cost. So those are really costs to me. With that said, I will give them a $10 off coupon. I want to incent them to purchase. So let's say they order something and maybe they just order a $6 thing. Well, okay, fine. I'm probably still out a little bit of money. But people typically don't go in and order a $6 thing and then pay now more shipping, right? Because shipping's going up. They usually order enough. And then we get that back in instant income and we have them purchasing. We want to have that behavior. We want to have them have trusted us, made a purchase from us. So anyway, so we can charge them $10 and give them a $10 coupon. If you need me to make up a coupon, I can. I have some printed gift certificates. I don't know. I kind of make it up every time I go along, but you can just print something out. If you need a coupon, let me know if you need that. Let me just make a note of that.
Sure, I'd love to see what you have. I might make it
Yes.
my own, do my own, but
Yeah. So I talked about cost, includes cost of catalog, shipping, PayPal, etc. I look in my customer order history. I just look at my history for the past year. Again, I also look through my notes to see if they purchased a kit or retired stuff. I have a master customer contact list. I might make an exception. I might make an exception if there's someone kind of new to the community and I think they might purchase or they purchased in the past. I may. I'm not like a super strict rules person, but I'm also not like, oh, here, let me give catalogs to everyone. I advertise it in my email campaigns. You want to make sure you have correct and current addresses. And again, I don't give to my team or other demonstrators. They cost me money. You guys can order one or a box or whatever. You can just easily do that for yourself. So that's who to send to.
hey, and I like your idea of the wish list. I'm
Oh
ordering
yeah,
them.
awesome.
They're $8
We're gonna
for pads of wish lists. Yeah.
awesome. We're gonna get to that. And I gave you a
Well, I guess I
PDF
looked ahead.
too. So we're gonna get to
Okay.
that and what to include. Catalog letter. I'm going to read through this in order and then we'll go to the catalog letter and the attachments, which can I just say, it took me time to write that catalog letter initially. It took me time to find the bookmark and to like figure all that out. So like, you're getting this, like, please do it because it's like so easily handed to you. And it took time to figure all this out and find all these things and whatever, but I'm happy to see you succeed. So super easier for you. But and you know what? Maybe my catalog letter doesn't match your note or your vibe or your like, but at least it kind of gives you a framework to. It's like
Mhm.
a starting board and a kickstart. Please don't copy exactly mine. I have a story about my mom in there, so please don't copy
I saw that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, good reading, Lynn. All right. And it's the same one I sent you when I sent you originally, but it's the story I love, and I'm telling it again. All right, what else to include? I include a bookmark and I have a sample of that. I do 2 handmade samples. That's on you unless you want to copy something if I happen to post it. Actually, I'll probably share my samples here with you, business builders. I probably will, for sure I'll share them at bingo, but that's like way late into May.
Mhm.
So I'm not committing to showing you samples because I don't know when I'll have them done, but I would include 2 handmade samples. And honestly, for handing them out to someone, I might copy another stamper. I might copy another stamper completely if it's me making a card and just sending it to someone. I won't necessarily give an attribution then. Anytime it's online, I really, really try to say this was inspired by so and so. But I might just copy something and send it out because it's one person sending a card to another. I do also include the scavenger hunt. I print it out for them and I include it without the answers. Um, and I don't think I branded it, but if I did, you can have access to, please, anything I share, you are welcome to do. It's my joy to have you do that. So feel free to use it. I also include a wish list. Melody talked about that. I'll be showing you all these things. I don't think that has a brand on it. I've seen different versions of a wish list. You could do a wish list that has specific products and page numbers. Honestly, that's a lovely thing to do, and it takes time, and I choose not to do it. So I just have a blank wish list and they can write down. And then typically, like when I'm at bingo, I might say, hey, get out your wish list, and oh, you're going to want this on your wish list. So I refer to it as I go along. But some people also take the time to find a format where maybe they have, oh, here's some things you want on your wish list. So make it your own. Do you? I might also include an invitation to any events or activities, such as a new catalog bingo launch, and I'll show you some of these samples below. Now, I'm going to mention other things I've seen out there, but I don't do. Some demos really go crazy, and they have like a new catalog survival kit. So they'll give a bag of tea and a little piece of chocolate, and they'll give a bookmark, and they'll give yellow stickies. And they'll really make like a really fun package so that when someone gets it, they realize, oh, this is meant to be an experience. This isn't just a book. Like, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to brew myself some tea, I'm going to eat my little chocolate. They might give a pen, they might give a decorated pen where they wrap some designer series paper around it. I mean, with the new tea suite, one could really have fun doing like a tea bag and a little cup of tea. Like you could really have fun with that. So feel free to search around for ideas. I come across ideas all the time. I can try to remember to save them. Again, I'm just super grateful that I get the catalog out with the new in colors, with my letter, and with a follow-up. So don't make it so involved that you don't get it done. Like for me, I can sometimes get to a place where it's like, oh, I got to be perfect. And then like 2 months have gone by and I have nothing out the door, right? So if nothing else, get them the catalog. And if it doesn't have a label, get them a catalog without your label and just write your name on the back or do right. Like perfection is not the thing. Good enough is okay in this situation. It's just stamps. It's just a catalog, but the sooner the better, because the sooner they can see it, the more fun. So, but really over time, and it take like little by slow, like now I have my letter. So now it was really easy for me to put this class together today. But it took like 3 or 4 years for me to build up to it being really easy to put this class together today. So it might take you some time the first time you do a catalog letter, but then in the future you'll be like, yeah, that's me. That's really what I want to say. So, and then next time you're like, oh, now I want to add the survivor kit. Now I want to add the blah, 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 right? But anyway, just get it out is the thing, and get it out even to just one or two. Like if you only have one or two, get it out to one or two and learn your process and like start to get that established. And then next year, maybe you'll have 3 or 4. And maybe the year after that, you'll have 4 or 5 or 6, right? So, and it is slow. It's very slow. So that is what else to include. Now, in big bold letters, I want to say follow up. This is key. So I didn't do this the first few times I sent catalogs out. Well, the first few times it didn't even occur to me. Then I took training with Rhonda and she's like, make sure you follow up. So I sent it out and then I didn't follow up. And then I was like, oh, I think I want to follow up. But by then, like a month or two went by and it's like, well, oh, did you get that thing I sent you like 2 months ago? Like that's random. But if you do it within the week, there's a genuine reason to contact people. I mean, you took time, you invested, you sent them something absolutely legit to reach out and say, did you get it? Wasn't that card cute? You know, I was thinking of you, blah, blah, blah. Hey, do you want to get together with some friends or whatever? The worst they can do is say no. the worst they can do is like not take your call. The worst they can do is say, oh, turns out I'm not interested. We don't take that as rejection. We don't take that as a statement of us. It's just for this moment in time, it's not something that they're into. And they might be next week and they might be next month. So follow up is key. And we have a perfect opportunity after we've sent them a catalog. I mean, we've sent it. We have every right to say, did you get it? Do you have any questions about it? What if someone is sitting there like, oh, I did get it and I forgot about it. And I was really wondering, like, what is the starter kit? Right. So what if somebody's sitting there and really has a question, but they want that additional like invitation or connection? So that's the person we want to serve, and they want to be served. So yeah, send a text or call. So sometimes I chicken out and I do email, but I'm getting braver and braver and braver. It's just a text. It's just a reach out. I'm not nagging them. I'm not nothing. Some people I even like, is it okay if I contact you? Yes. I want you to remind me every month. I want you to
That's
remind
me.
me, like, because I forget. I want you to remind me. So you can check, the threshold or whatever, but do something personal, like a text or an email or a call. I mean, a text or a call, or a one-on-one email at least, or a Facebook message or something. Ask them what caught their eye. Did you have a chance to look? What stuck out at you? Can you support them in any way? Would they like to host a party? Would they want to learn about earning free stuff? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Our job is to be available and offer and serve. So digital marketing and assets. This is really, really big. And to be honest with you, I couldn't do this off the top of my head because I always have questions about it. There's like rules, and usually I don't do anything until the new catalog launches just because I don't want to be wrong. But you can do some things, you can't do other things. So for sure you can send your own handmade cards. For sure you can take pictures of your handmade cards and show them. The rest of it we'll cover separately because that's kind of like a whole online thing. And right now we're talking about physical mailing. And then I will just say cards you've copied from someone else. You can, well, we'll talk about that if you're doing it digitally. Never use their photos. So if you copied a card from someone, please don't even use my photos. Just remake it yourself, take your own photo, please. That's like intellectual property. That's just like dishonest. And then it's a really good idea if we copy cards from someone else, unless we make 3 changes. It's a really good idea to say this was inspired by so-and-so. And I will tell you, I'm intermittent about that. I got a little bit burned because I kept mentioning, oh, this was inspired by Rhonda. And then somebody quit my team and went and joined Rhonda's. And I'm like, oh, I've been a little too liberal. So I got to find the right balance of, and it's fine. You know what? It's perfect. She moved. It was a good fit. It's all fine. But you got to find the right balance of not like promoting someone else and pushing someone to someone else's site, but also giving credit where credit's due. And so, so when we copy from someone else, like I will make a card that I see online. I'll make it identically. I'll mail it to someone else. I will do that. I feel that's okay. I'm not going to write this card was inspired by so-and-so. But anytime I do it online, I really try to at least mention their first name where I can. So, but we'll come back to digital marketing and assets. I'm going to give a note about the mini catalog, and then I'm going to pause before we get into some of the other examples. Oh God, and we're at 12:40. All right. So, oh my gosh, where did the time go? Mini catalog. I have a little different policy about mini catalog. I am a little more liberal with the mini catalog. It's cheaper to buy. It's cheaper to mail. And honestly, it's easier for customers to read and not be like so overwhelmed. So I have a little, we can talk about that the next time the mini comes around. Many of these same things apply. The only difference is I'm a little more liberal in who I send it to. I don't charge. And I'm intermittent about doing a coupon or not. I would use these at craft fairs, in addition to some other topics of providing a wish list, providing a sign up form, etc. We'll do craft fairs another day, but mini catalog, slightly different policy, but some many same principles. So let me pause and see if there's any questions before I show you the wish list and I show you the bookmark and I show you the letter.
The mini catalog, it says twice a year. Is that, those are just the start dates, but the dates they cover are like,
Correct. So what I was saying was the time frame, like here, April, May is when you want to send out this, like this is when you're
oh, okay.
typically going to do this is like end of April, beginning of May. And then with the mini, you're typically going to do it the December, Jan timeframe and the June, July timeframe. So
Okay.
really, you can do it anytime. I'm putting those dates there to say, try to get these actions done during this time frame because it's not as fresh or as exciting. Like if I sent out a new catalog, a new holiday catalog that started in July, and if I sent it out in September, I certainly still could, but it doesn't have as much like momentum from me, and somebody
Right.
will be like, wait, this started a month ago or whatever.
So the
So
new one will go July through December, huh?
correct,
Okay.
absolutely correct.
So I
Jan,
want to
June,
send it out
July,
in
December.
June. Okay, cool.
Perfect. Yeah, send it out end of. And that's the other thing I want to say about new products. Okay, there is a lot from Stampin' Up to focus on. They come out with stuff all the time. I could spend a whole week just talking about the new kindness kit, right? Like I could
Yeah.
spend a whole week talking about that, not thinking about this is retiring and this is starting and this, right? So you got to pick and choose what makes sense for
Hmm.
you and what you love and what touches your heart. And so I tend not to spend a lot of time on the retiring list. That's me. Melody, for I do Clifton Strengths Finder, right?
Hmm.
One of my strengths is futuristic. I'm always looking ahead. So for me personally, I'm more passionate about what's coming. I'm less passionate about what's going. It's like, that's old news. I did that already.
Hmm.
I'm on to the next. Unless I really love it, like hand penned or something like that, right? Like if I really, 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 really love it, then I'm going to still have passion about it no matter what time of year it is. So I don't do enough, I think, with the retiring list. And with that said, I'm also very strict. I do not introduce the new catalog till a week before it goes live. Here's why I don't introduce it until a week before it goes live. In case people are interested in the retiring list and this is to customers, team members are different. To
Uh,
customers, to customers, they can only see what's in the storefront, and what's in the storefront is what's retiring, and what's in the storefront is what they can get. And I don't, well, let's say just got a big tax refund. I don't want to get in the way of them getting excited and ordering some stuff now because I'm not sure that they're going to save it and be that excited a month from now for some new stuff, right? And I love all our stuff all the time. So I never talk about what's new until right the week before that it's about to come out.
mm,
And I tend to invest a lot more of my time in the new and not so much in what's retiring. But you're going to have your own personality. You're going to, like, I'm hearing Lynn say, oh my gosh, there's so many examples with hand penned. There's so many examples with, I forgot the other one you said, Lynn. What was the other
The
one?
tulip one.
The
The
tulip. Oh
tulip.
my God. There's so many examples out there with those things. I can get a whole nother year out of it. I'm going to do that. Right. So you be you. Like, I'm just telling you, I know myself enough to know, like, I don't get excited about this is on sale and this is going away. I'm just telling you me. So I'm not going to disappoint anybody else. I'm just going to go where my passion goes. And there's
mhm.
so much to focus on. But it is absolutely a good rule of thumb, unless you're like the big biggies, like Rachel Tessman or Lisa Curcio or big biggies, where they want Patty Bennett. They want eyeballs. They want as many people looking at their Facebook lives as possible because those numbers are good for them. So they're always going to show the newest thing. Like they overnight, they pay, gosh, what is it? I have overnighted. They pay like probably $50 to get their products the next day, and they hurry, and they design something, and then they do a video, and yes, a lot of demonstrators watch it that don't buy from them, that aren't signed up under them, but it helps their Facebook numbers, it helps their counts, it helps their social media traffic goals, right? So that's fine, but for me, I'm not Patty Bennett, and I don't have thousands and thousands of people, and I don't want to talk about new products with customers until right before they can get it. Now, I will do it with the team. So you'll notice I have a much different personality with the team than I do with customers, because team, you guys are excited about the new stuff too. And we should be like, there's new colors coming. Like it's exciting,
Yeah.
right? So I know
Yep.
you love old stuff. So I do. And for me, honestly, I love, how can I say this? Somehow I love people that connect and that engage and that are all in. And I find that my team really, really does that. And customers are kind of hit or miss. They come or go. I put a lot of commitment into my team. I do. I love having a team. Matter of fact, if I get a customer and they're going to spend like $70, I'm like, oh my God, you should just join. We have a great team. And like for
You get a great
$24,
discount, right?
Yeah.
right? So,
Yep.
so for me, but again, you're going to be you. You might be like super social Sally, and you might have a, like, you might go out into the world and just draw all these people to you, and you might be like a customer person. It's so for me, I have two different, I'm very mindful. What am I telling the team? What am I telling customers? What are the challenges for the team? What are the challenges for the customers? What are the prizes for the team? So the prize for the team, I got you guys a brand new bundle out of the new catalog, because you already, if you wanted it, you already got whatever, probably from the old catalog, right? Probably. And
Mhm.
if not,
Yep.
you'll still be excited about something new out of the new catalog. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to have it yet. So yeah, so that's timing, I guess I would say. So now let me pause, and if there's, are there any more questions, or do you guys want to see the bookmarks? Do you want to see the letter?
Well, is celebration the same as the mini catalog? Or is that separate?
That's a
Celebration's a
fantastic
whole
question.
nother thing. So when do we send celebrations out?
So celebration,
Yeah.
so that's good. That's a fantastic question. I should put that on here. Hold on. I'm missing things. What am I missing from here? I'm missing celebration. I'm missing timing. I'm missing address labels. Oh, this is good. We'll make this document better. I'll probably repeat this
Okay.
training in a year.
Okay.
Um,
It's very
and
helpful.
it'll be a good reminder for all of us.
Mhm.
So, celebration, as of right now, the calendar is celebration is Jan Feb. It just so happens celebration at the beginning of the year comes out the same time as the new mini catalog. So
Mm.
when I send the new mini out, December, Jan, I'm also sending out celebration. Absolutely. And
Okay.
more likely than not, I'm including at least one card that's made with a celebration thing, and maybe even some of the free designer series paper, so that they can get a little taste of, you could get this whole thing free.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, I did that
Cool.
with Panda. Oh my gosh, I really got a lot of use out of Panda designer series paper. So that's Jan Feb. The other celebration, I'm pretty sure, is August, September. I don't think it's the exact same dates. I don't think in the summer, I think it comes a month later. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll just talk about that as it comes.
We'll watch
We'll
for
talk
that.
about
Yeah.
that as,
Okay.
yeah. If it needs a separate mailing, then it'll get a separate mailing. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a great question. All right, any more questions on this, or do you want to see some samples? All
Oh,
right,
Samples.
samples. I'm ready for samples.
let's see samples. All right, let me stop sharing this and let me share the
So we
book.
can get early order on SAB stuff also, huh? So we can
We
get
do
it.
get pre-order, and I always
Nice.
notify the team about that. I always notify the
Because that'll
team.
be great to make something to send with it. I love your little freebie things you send.
Aw, it's super fun to do too. All
Mhm.
right. I
Oh,
didn't
check
used
this
to do
out.
it. I used to think, oh my gosh, like that's an extra step, but it's fun to make them, and you guys love them so much. So it's super joyful. You guys, this fits on a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper.
Is
And
there?
Good.
and that's what it probably looks like. I think I have a different template this year, but that's probably what it looks like. So thank you. Thank you, Melody. I don't even
Yeah,
really
I'm
know.
like, I love it.
Yeah. So you
Mm.
are welcome to use this. It has the Stampin' Up! Logo. It has the names. It has the year. And you could just delete that, or you could just put your first and last name, whatever you want, something short that fits there. It's a Word document, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded the Word version
Okay.
to, I put all these files already in the Serenity
Awesome.
Sisters team page. So just go under files. So
Yep,
then,
I
yeah, Melody showed
downloaded it
what you do.
already.
You just take a piece of cardstock. So you print
Hmm.
this out, you cut it. Now I was doing it 2 inches in the past, and then I was putting it in a 2 inch punch, but that punch has retired. So I don't know what I'm
Mm.
gonna do to make it pretty on the end. I haven't figured out yet. Or maybe I won't. I will make it pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna do to make it pretty now.
That's still 2 inches
Yeah, so it's 2 inches.
by
Um,
8 inches tall. Yeah.
yeah, and then so then the strips, are those strips about half an inch for the cardstock?
Oh, for the width? Let me see.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Half an
So
inch strip.
yeah, so you get little half-inch
Yeah.
strips of
Mhm.
cardstock and you put it there. Now, I've seen people, maybe if the butterfly, the ladybug fits there, maybe punch out a ladybug in the different colors, right? So this is going
Hmm.
to give you 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to give you 5 bookmarks. Maybe that's all you need. Maybe I probably only need about 10. So make a bunch, make about 5 extra. And I'll tell you why. Because let's say you get somebody a month or two from now. Melody, when did I give you yours? I gave you your bookmark like way after the fact. I know I did.
Yeah,
and
that's okay. Yeah.
and you still love it, right? So
Hmm.
so make extras. I'm just gonna say that always make extras.
Mhm.
And then yeah, it's just 2 inch by half an inch. Or you could put like a little. I've seen people put like little punched butterflies when we had the butterfly punch. So anything
Mhm.
that you think might just look sweet right there. Super simple. It's a bookmark and just gives the new colors, and it's really exciting. So there's that guy. And for me, I will just tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to save a PDF. I'm going to go to Office Depot and I'm going to have them print it on a thicker cardstock. I bring my cardstock to them. I'm going to have them print it on a thicker cardstock. I would not put it on thin printer paper. If you can get a piece of basic white to go through your printer, that would be great. So however you want to do that, you're going to have to manage that. If you guys want me to take it to Office Depot and get some extras made while I'm getting it made and pay me the cost of getting that printed and sending it to you, let me know that. If you want me to make bookmarks for you, let me know that. I probably would add a labor charge just because it'll be extra labor, but I'm here to support you. Like, you guys can do it. The file's here, it's free, go for it. And then since I'm already doing it anyway, like what is 5 or 10 more, right? So just let me know about that. I would probably add a surcharge though. So that is that guy. And I don't know about the timing, right? Because you want to get this in the hands of your customers soon. Well, let me know if you have any questions. If there's any way I can support you, let me know. So that's the bookmark. So I'm going to close that. And then, okay, now I'm going to share the letter. Well, the letter was in this guy, so I'm going to put it back here. So this is not formatted here. This is the letter, but it's not intended to, don't use this format. I put a Word document out there that you can just edit. You can just change it, pick whatever font you want, whatever words you want, whatever. So this is just the content. Hi, I hope you love the new catalog. The new colors are bright and happy. You can see them on your new bookmark. Products range from feminine to masculine, from fun to thinking of you, from bright to subtle, and from nature inspired to cute. When you engage with Stampin' Up, you're engaging with so much more than just amazing products. The Stampin' Up world includes relationships, products, and experiences. And I did not come up with this outline. I heard Stampin' Up talk about it, so I stole it. And I changed it from my catalog last year because if people get my catalog every year, I want to keep it fresh. I want to repeat some things, but I also want to keep it a little bit interesting. So relationships, the people at Stampin' Up really walk their talk. Here are the 4 Stampin' Up values. And in the past year with all the shipping issues, I've seen many examples of how they live these values. Care about people, act with courage, better our best, we own it. And in our Serenity community, we're a solid team of 16 demonstrators, countless more customers, live by a set of beautiful values. I think I copied and pasted that exactly. We've got Facebook group, Stamp with Leela, we connect, stamp, learn, grow, create, celebrate. Here's our values. And these really are, we came up with them as a team: collaborative, together, creative, encouraging, supporting, fun, inspiring, learning, abundant, grateful. Okay, so 1 is relationships. 2 is product. Our products are great quality, coordinate well with each other. They stand behind our products, kits, PDFs, 100%. Our products are fun. Our products are the springboard for connecting with your creative side, with other crafters, and with those you love. And then the 3rd thing is experiences. There's a number of ways you can participate, ways that are unique to who you are, your schedule, your personality. Range of experiences diverse and immersive, from wishing and shopping to opening your box of new goodies, imagining what could be, organizing, crafting alone, watching others teach us how, crafting with others, sending handmade hugs. I should put sending and receiving. I'm going to put and receiving because I love receiving cards. I'm including our latest annual catalog, which shows off our beautiful and on-trend current products. If you're seasoned, you can browse at your leisure, shop online. If you're new, consider purchasing one of our kits. Either way, consider me your creativity coach, here to help. And then here's my classes and events. I have recurring events, Stamp with Leela. I have hostess events. You can host a party. This ends up being 2 pages. So I know that. It looks like it's longer here, but it's 2 pages with lots of bold so they can just read what they want. Recurring events, hostess events, Stampin' Up! And Serenity kits and classes. Send cards and paper hugs over time, build up your supply. If you need a card, select one from my display rack. My mom, blah, 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 which is really true. She showed us, my mom sent cards and letters every month, all the time. I remember as I was a little girl, she had us sitting at the dining room table. We always send thank you cards. I didn't love it as a little girl, but I love it today. Grateful to be passing on her legacy, and that's true. I'm here to help you find your creativity, express your voice, learn and connect with others. I think I need to I changed my Facebook name pages. So anyway, those you might not you don't have like lynnpinkstaff.com. You've got lynnpinkstaff.stampinup.net. I am driving them not to my store, I'm driving them to my other store. So that's the letter.
Okay. I do have one question. In the events where you have Stamping Up with Leela, or you have Stamping with Leela every Monday night, can we go ahead and say Stamping with Lynn and Leela on Monday?
Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course.
I don't even think you have to put and Leela. You can just do your own, right?
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
However you want to do it.
Okay.
Lynn, I like the Lynn and Leela if they're going to come to mind because it sets some context for it. I promise you know me. I'm going to direct them to you. I did that when you hosted your party. I'm not taking them. So that does give them the context of wait, this is not Lynn's. So however you want to word it, absolutely. But absolutely invite your people, and I will do everything I can to support them, to support you supporting them. Now, I do want to say one thing. Sometimes people do buy my kits, and if they buy my kit, they're buying my kit, or they sign up for my special because I have a special. I am not looking to get them. I will direct them to you first. One time, somebody she's under Linda, so she's a demonstrator under Linda. Her name is Kim. I sent out one of my emails. Kim said, hey, I want to order the Abstract Beauty stamp set at your 10% discount. And I'm like, well, but you could order it from yourself at 20% off. Or you could order it from Linda, who would really love some help meeting her minimums this time. I said, you can get it from me, but you can. So just know it does get a little confusing if I'm putting my stuff out there. If they get on my email list, if they come to my events, talk about things I'm selling, I talk about things I'm showing. And on that note, actually, I'd prefer if you don't sell things, or if you don't, if it's Stampin' Up, yes. If it's your own class, your own retired, your own whatever, that is my event, right? So it's a fine line. But please don't come to my event and sell things to my customers.
I wouldn't do that.
At the same time, if someone comes and says, like Lynn, let's say you had somebody come and then they're like, oh, I want to get that paper pumpkin. How do I do it? I'm absolutely, even if you're not there, I'm gonna, ask Lynn. Lynn will show you how. Lynn's got her URL. Like, so it's a fine line. But if somebody says, oh my gosh, I want that kit that you're selling, I sell
Oh,
kits and
cool. Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
things at a discount. So
Yeah.
it's a fine balance. Here's my commitment to you. Relationship is first and foremost. Relationship is first and foremost. Sale is secondary. So I will do everything I can to nurture relationships. And then just know I'm in business too. And
Yeah.
sometimes people like what I have to offer. So,
And,
I make
and
cute stuff.
that doesn't bother me if you would sell a kit or whatever. I know Valerie has bought retired kits from you, and it doesn't bother me at all. I don't have retired kits to sell her. So I know that you would never take my customers. Not that I have many right now, but I know you would never do that. So I'm not worried
awesome.
about that.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Fantastic. All right. So you can, anything that I have, I mean, if you've got questions about it, ask. But if it's a document, feel free to modify it and send it your own. Not my pictures, please. But if it's document, feel free to modify it. If it's an event, copy it or invite someone to it, and we'll figure out how to divide them up. Like, I'm truly here to support you guys. So I think the only other thing I didn't show you is the wish list. So let me show you the wish list.
I sent the wish list out last time I sent catalogs.
Good job. So
I
you
have a
probably
question on your PDFs. If you have a PDF, how to build things, but do you give it to us in a version other than PDF so that we can change the pictures? Because it's hard to edit
Oh,
PDFs.
so let me show you this and let's get back to that.
Okay.
So here's the
Okay.
wish list.
Yes. Okay.
Wish list.
Is that just like what they
I
give you on Stampin' Up?
It probably is. God even
Okay.
knows. I just have it in my hard drive and it's what I use. So, and I'm fine printing this on printer paper.
Yeah.
So this doesn't have to be super nice paper. This is where like having that label would come in handy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, some people take this and they make their own Word document where on the left it's the wish list and on the right they might say here's where you can get the snips and here's where you get adhesives, and they put product numbers, they put page numbers. It has to be updated every year with every catalog. They might put some favorite bundles or favorite suites. I don't do that. I just print this and I keep it simple. But you
That's
could
what I do.
absolutely, the more time you put into marketing and pointing people to like a specific path to take, the more conversion you're going to have. I just pick where I do that. So
I've used
that
to
was
have a
the wish.
stamp. Like when I sold Avon, I would stamp my name and number on the back of the books. You could get
Awesome.
stamps for this too instead of labels, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do that. I'm
Yeah.
going to look up labels, but you could look up stamps. Absolutely.
Okay.
We used
Because
to
then we could
sell.
stamp with our pretty colors even. We could,
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And you could even decorate this, right? So you could even put some little flowers in the corner or whatever. So yeah, have fun with it.
we could do
Um,
stamps.
You could do stamps.
Yeah.
And then for postage, by the way, when you go to mail that, it's just going to be you and the USPS. I happen to have a postage process here because I mail a lot, but it's just going to be you and the USPS, and just take a regular like manila envelope. Do first class, not priority. Priority is going to be like $10, first
Right.
class, $6, ish, whatever. So do first
But
class, not
depends how many
priority.
footage you put in there as to how much it costs.
It depends where you're sending it, how much it weighs, and if it goes over a pound, then you have to do priority. So try to keep it under a pound. All right. So Melody, you had a question about PDFs. So
Yes.
that's a good question. Tell me the picture, tell me the scenario you're imagining. Let's say you want to do this month's hand penned. Let's go there.
Yes. Okay.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me share. We're gonna go here.
So, I mean, could I build my own kit?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's
But I just
go.
have to replace and put my own pictures in there. Once I build it, I'll take pictures and
Let's do this.
I haven't yet. And actually I ordered the Hues of Happiness bundle or suite or something. Anyway, ordered that. That's coming Wednesday. So that's what I'm
Oh,
thinking
cool.
about doing a class with, that new set.
Oh, the
Um,
happiness. Okay, which I don't
yes,
have one yet, right? So, okay, so here's hand penned.
but I have to design it.
Did I write it already? I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure this is, oh, look, there's a typo. Darn it. Yeah, this is it.
Isn't hand pinned in the new catalog?
Hand penned is in the new catalog. The
Okay.
designer series paper is
Oh,
not.
hang on, I gotta answer this real quick.
Okay, so
Hello?
let's say I send you this PDF, right? So
Yes,
let's
hold
say
on
you
just one.
sign up for the kit, you get, oh, she's on the phone. Wait, I'll answer that in a second. Let me
Okay.
save this PDF while she's doing that. Well, it's just gonna have a mistake in it. Never mind. Let me think for a minute.
I was thinking the tulips were in the new one too.
Yeah, the tulips are. Lynn,
Okay.
I have two hand penned kits. One was last year's bingo.
Oh, okay. I think I paid for, did I pay for, I paid for something.
You paid for this one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Sorry about
thinking,
that.
that's okay. Are you back?
Yes, I was expecting a call from a detective for my daughter's case, and I thought maybe that was them, but it wasn't. So I'm like, oh,
All right. So Melody, the first thing
anyway.
I want to say is I'm here to support you. These kids are here to support you. So if you want to copy these designs, that's amazing. Um, please don't compete with me, right? So like I just put this PDF on the team page and I'm
Yeah,
trusting you guys that you're not going to like take these and then go market to my customers and say,
yeah,
hey, you can get it from me for
no,
$5, right?
I'm not even gonna do it right now. So I
No,
mean,
I know, but
yeah,
I'm just like describing the whole story.
oh yeah,
So then with that said, as long as you're like not, as long as we're not competing like in the same world,
hmm
um, you can absolutely take these designs, and you cannot use my photo, but if you make it and take a picture, you can use your photo. I don't
Mhm.
care if you use my words. I really don't care. You can
How
use.
do you? Are you able to edit though? Because that's a PDF, right? So are you able to
So
edit, like remove
here's what
the?
I'm going to do. I'm going to
You could
say
probably copy and paste,
you can
right?
copy and paste PDFs. It gets a little cumbersome. Here's what I want to say. Ask me and I will send you the source file.
Oh, okay,
That way I know what you're using and
okay,
I can clean it up a little bit and I can send it to you. This is actually Google Drive. It's probably not something you're going to use. You're probably going to use like Microsoft Word. So
yeah.
ask me and then I'll like Kanako one time.
I don't
Kanaka
even know
used
that I'll do that, but just asking.
no, so it's good we're talking about this. Kanaka
Hmm
did this last year. She used one of my team kits for one of her Valentine classes.
Hmm.
And because writing PDFs, like the whole thing was a little insurmountable to her, I actually kickstarted a PDF for her. So I put some of this stuff, I mean, a Word document for her. So I kind of kickstarted it. I sent it to her, and then she got to add all the gravy. She got to add all the everything.
Oh, good.
So I get, let's just do it that way. First, I want to know what it is you're using. Second, I want to make sure that we're always communicating and walking with clear boundaries.
Okay.
Here's another thing you need to know about this kit. I, for this particular kit, leveraged from other stampers. So you need to know that I have a note in here. This month's selection of cards was carefully curated from cards found on the internet. I even purchased a PDF. Then I made the cards my own. So I copied from Rhonda Wade, Erica Serwin, Wendy Lee, Crafted Karen Designs, and Rose Grunwald.
Hmm.
So you need to know, like, if you're going to copy me, you can thank me and
Right.
then also all these other people.
Okay.
Um, and it's a fine balance, you guys. It's a risk. One time I kept talking, Rhonda's great. Rhonda, somebody quit my team and went and joined hers. So you want to be careful of,
Yeah.
and it's fine. You know what? She moved. It was the right place, right time for her to do that. So it was fine. It was fine. Um, and I wasn't the right, like it hurts, but then also I wasn't the right person for her, and I'm okay. But I still want to be careful. Like I want to promote Stampin' Up and I want to promote us and I want to be able to be of maximum service, right? So it's a fine balance.
Yeah.
So I put this at the end of the document. So if
Okay.
anybody asks, like I'm not putting it front and center. I used to like put it front and center. I used to put it on the title page. I feel
Oh,
like as long as I'm giving an attribution, I'm not hiding it, but I'm not emphasizing it as a main thing. So it's a fine balance. I'll tell you, Clifton Strengths, one of my gifts, I scour the internet. Like I probably looked at 200 hand pen designs. And you know what?
Wow.
Pick the best ones. That's a gift that I have. Like I look at everything and then I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I feel like that's okay. I found the best people. I paid $15 for a PDF from someone else in order to be able to come up with some of these ideas. So
yeah. Okay.
so be really careful when you're using my stuff because I don't want you to get in trouble also. Let's say you
Hmm.
copy, like this one I got from Erica Serwin and I didn't change it that much. So let's say you do this and you get it out there and then Erica sees it and then she's like, you're stealing my stuff, right? So I want to help you not get in trouble too, right? Yeah, so that's what I would say. I definitely made it my own, but it's also very similar to hers. So I
Okay.
have at least three differences, but anybody would look at this. But that's the kit I paid $15 for, and she wrote it a year ago. I don't feel like, I mean, I paid her $15 and she wrote it a year ago. I don't feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
made
It's
money
not probably going to be a problem.
she's not gonna lose, but we want to be ethical. We want to be ethical.
Right.
So yes, I'm happy to give you a source file. I am happy. You've got all the cutting ingredients here. Like
Okay.
you can be assured that when I do this, that I'm sticking within the same designer series paper pack. I'm sticking within the same embellishments. I'm sticking within a couple of ink colors. I'm sticking within a couple of ribbons, so that you're not having to like go buy a gazillion other things. For the most part, I try to have my kits do that. So yeah. So anyway, does that help you, Melody?
Yes. And can you also ask Stamping Up to not make so many new cute things every
Don't
year?
they?
I know. I
They could keep
know.
a lot of a lot of their old stuff. It's still cute. I mean, it's not like, you know,
I love this hand pen. The paper's going away, but the stamps aren't.
Yeah.
I might even get a third run out of these before they leave like next year. Like I
yeah,
love these stamps. I
really
love
cute.
them. So and then some of the in colors are going
And
too.
I love combining different stamp sets. I'll use sentiments from whatever and pictures.
I've
I'll
done that.
even combine flowers from different sets.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. All right,
it's
girls.
cool.
So
Thank you.
I think that covers all of today's catalog coverage. So
Cool.
any new final parting words of like when do you think you're going to do catalog stuff?
I just ordered some while we were on this meeting. I ordered some catalogs and wish lists, just one box and wish list pads.
Perfect. I'm going to go order catalogs and I'm going to fix my letter even more. I'm going to get it printed. I have to go to Office Depot to print something for my coaching class anyway, for my intentions class. So I'm gonna also do my bookmarks then. So if you need me to do bookmarks, we'll negotiate a price. I'm doing that in the next few days and I'll be ready to get my catalogs out in the next week. Lynn, what about you?
I'm going to see if I can run that paper through my printer and
And me
just
too.
try and do it myself. If not, I'll let you know.
Basic white, you probably can. Basic white, you probably can.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
alrighty,
that's what I'll do.
That's what
girls,
I do too. Thank you for that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, great. I'll see you next time. We're probably doing shares next time. Bye bye.
Okay.